playing this year, and this just sounds like a great series to start up things with. And
Here's the blue Terran, Bjorn.
And in the bottom side of the map is Terran opponent in the red, playing for Croatia. This is Blask. Some tanks. We'll see what they decide to go for. Actually, gonna go for the Cyclone first.
Oh, okay, interesting. So this can be used aggressively. Like, originally, it really was the ultimate defending unit.
Like, maybe he squeezes in a medevac. No. Okay, gonna go for the Banshee and the Cloak. No problem right there. But the CC, as you mentioned, from Bjorn, way ahead.
Usually well defended, even against the cheesiest of Reaper cheese. So I feel like there might have just
been building one turret, second towards the main. Not going to go for the third one, but that we usually see. Great positioning by that Banshee. The Cyclone can actually target down that Banshee, and he might actually lose it with the mine from the Reaper, missing a little bit on this one. And the Cyclone is actually going to take out that Reaper. Oh, it's super close on this one. Can he get the win? No. So the Cloak has been used. The Viking got a volley off that Banshee, but no scan yet. But the Raven is actually going to go. Scan, and that's a dead Banshee.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
the air control, a lot of Vikings, and on a map like Vanny, that could come in handy. First turret is actually going to get used, some kind of like tiny weird poke from Blast, getting the first damage done in this game with a siege tank on the ramp, getting the tank. The Cyclone is actually targeting it way better than anticipated. All those Marines are actually going to go down. The Raven from our Korean player is going to drop down a turret, and just losing a couple of FCVs right there and losing a lot of units for Blast. Yeah, he's not going to see it, and he's got no vision here, so is he going to go for the turrets? No, he's actually going to land the Vikings. He's going to go straight to the tanks, and as you mentioned, they get a lot more damage towards mechanical unit, but that tank is actually not falling down. Just one tank is actually going to fall down in the end, but losing a lot of Vikings in the process. In the TVT matchup, those are like, and I can tell that because this is the unit that I base, gathering with all these Vikings, getting the double upgrade. Both sides are actually the bio double upgrade, 5 Vikings against 4 and a PDD. So Bjorn taking the better end of these engagements?
Actually, he does catch the... Well, the Marines try to catch it without the tanks being sieged, but it looks like Bjorn is going to be able to keep this position. He's actually going to take out the Vikings. 2 for 2 actually now, so he's not going to be able to push too much farther forward with his air control, and will actually just back off because of it. I mean, he doesn't have medevacs yet, and there really aren't a lot of Marines. You need that concave to actually bust Blast here, but I think it was once again a test, and it's just him taking control.
Take a fight. No. On the right side, I see the observers wanted to know what was going on. Okay, a couple of Vikings just waiting to maybe intercept a couple of medivacs right there, but he's gonna go and that's not a good position for Blast, not at all. All those Marines are gonna get shredded. That's actually a close fight. No, this is not good for Blast. Losing a lot of Marines and losing 3 tanks in the process.
That was pretty bad. You could see why he thought maybe that would be good when he pushed in there, but he didn't have a concave. The Marines were all types of bulked up, and the tanks were already sieged, so not looking too hot. It might not be enough for Bjorn to automatically push defend with all he has, but maybe given a couple more seconds, he'll decide to do a drop. I mean, he won't be able to do anything unless he drops, basically. Okay, there's one drop, but even that wouldn't really pull Bjorn back.
I think it's time for Bjorn. He's actually going to go in with all those Marines, splitting a little bit of them to soften up a little bit of that tank damage. There's just not enough Terran there for Blast. He's going to get this position demolished, and soon he's going to be able to actually pressure the third base. This is that was a great engagement by Bjorn, like actually acknowledging that he's going to lose a little bit more.
This reinforcement line might be the killing blow, but every single time he's gotten close to it, he's just lost all his Marines too, so he hasn't actually ended the game quite yet, but it's certainly getting there. And Blast, I mean, he's going to either get out positioned or just out macroed. And this is a bit of both, so...
Yeah, out microed, out decisioned, I guess, and all those Marines are actually going to stim in. There's nothing to defend. GG! And Bjorn takes game 1. I think nobody is surprised by that. To how you should beat Bjorn. I guess to beat Bjorn, you need to be dark, you know? You need to be Sue or something like that.
Oh my god, actually, Bjorn, I'm really surprised he's throwing it out here. Like, I know Innovations is Senpai and all that.
Exactly.
Like, but I would think that if Bjorn was going to swap up his style, he would wait for... Well, to be honest, like a different opponent, like not Croatia.
With StarCraft that much, it's going to be Hellions and Cyclones, because with the new patch you can get Cyclones out with a reactor. You can be able to build them 2 by 2, and you can pressure a potential third base from your opponent.
Don't see this build too often anymore. Back in the day,
it's just gonna go for bulky composition of roaches with speed. But at the moment, I don't know that he can handle this pressure, because 6 Hellions and 2 Cyclones are actually enough to take out all those roaches. And obviously that mine from the Reaper connecting with all the roaches. Micro not perfect from Beyond. That's something that doesn't happen every day. So that's the reason I'm mentioning it. But still getting a little bit of damage done. Only losing 1 Cyclone and 1 Reaper, which is not that much considering like he didn't lose that much gas compared to Tak, who's losing Queens, who's losing a lot of Zerglings, and with that a lot of lava.
Yeah, not to mention he's still not on a third base, so that larva is super important. He does end up grabbing another Cyclone, but of course, over with not the biggest map, Beyond can continue reinforcing as long as he feels safe, and the only way he doesn't feel safe is if there's like 20 more Lings and he's on creep. So this is the scariest point in time when this stuff happens, and in fact it does happen. He actually gets surrounded here.
Alright, Tak getting a pretty good surround on this one and actually squeezing out a drone to get that third base going. Spire after that.
The Spire is super weird. I mean, this is like actually going back to like Heart of the Swarm strategies. Like, first of all, 2-base Spire just was not a thing in Legacy of the
Position,
Void.
if we take a look at in the north, actually he lost a little bit of time to transform those Hellions into Hellbats, and now the Mutalisks are gonna come, so he's gonna know in advance that the Munitech is here, but he's gonna lose everything. Is he gonna get a Muta? Yeah, probably 1, maybe 2. No, just 1 for the moment. He's gonna lose all the Cyclones in terms of army supply. Beyond is not doing well at all. He's dropping an eBay. He needs turrets and he needs them through super fast.
He does. That was a complete surprise. It's a little unfortunate that Patak had to show them, because like, what if he came in with like 20 mutas? That actually might have been game over, but this is the chance that Beyond needs to get the Engineering Bay, missile turrets. He's going for Cyclones. He also could have added in Widow Mines. He's even building from the barracks, like 1 marine at a time. He realizes how important this hold is.
Guys, I think Patak can make it. He actually destroyed the depot. He's pulling the SCVs. Beyond is feeling the pressure right there. Even dropping some creep, like a cheeky overlord is here, just dropping a little bit of creep, not going for the economy yet. He wants to get the fight, and he's actually going to go for it. The Zerglings coming in, and the Roaches are going to be able to target down the Cyclones. Are we going to see Tak taking the game against Beyond? That would be so crazy. Already a huge upset. That turret is not going to fall down. Can he hold?
Oh, they're stuck. Well, the Cyclones can't maneuver back anymore. They're actually going to be taken out by the Roaches, but more reinforcements are coming in. And Patak was not reinforcing with Lynx, so he cannot continue this momentum.
No way.
That was a lot of damage done, though. 20 SCVs died, or just about. Third C is down, but it's actually not secure to the missile turret, so it's going to have to be lifted.
22 SCVs went down, 6,500 resources lost. Tak is doing amazingly well right there, not having a lot of economy, just going for 43 drones and nothing but units. Gonna get some more Ravagers. He needs Ravagers right there. He needs the the bigger range to actually control those Cyclones, who did a really great job. Like the positioning from Beyond was just literally amazing. Anybody would have died to this.
Oh my god, the Lings actually might be perfect here. Once they get the Cyclones, they're not gonna be able to remove. Oh no, they're targeting the Switchable Rocks too!
No!
Oh my god.
Could you imagine
really
Tak like just going so mental? I'm actually gonna beat Beyond. Is this real life?
God.
Is this happening?
Look
that
at
last
the
Cyclone in the
supplies.
red. He's actually gonna take him out.
Oh
Tak.
my god.
Oh my god. Taking out Beyond.
Oh my Jesus. Patak does it for Croatia. Takes out Beyond, the best Terran in the world. The thing that about Patak, actually, we're going to get in a game here. It looks like it's going to be on Echo.
Opening. Like he's always been doing stuff like that. He likes to be safe. He likes to know what kind of transition he wants to go for. And once again, this is an opening quite like the 2-1-1, an opening that you can show your skills in terms of micro and army management.
Easy. They feel like they're just gonna. If they don't do anything, then it was useless to get them. But actually, the way that Protoss players have been playing this, it's it does go into a couple of macro variations. It goes into a couple all-in. The all-in.
He's actually gonna throw down a Roach Warren just after scouting something that we all anticipated, and probably himself, because as we mentioned, he did his homework. He was able to take out Beyond with that ridiculous build with Roaches and Mutas, and now he sees 4 gateways, Dark Templars, and a Robo. I know what this is. I'm gonna be getting
going to
dropped.
help him defend. Well, obviously, I think it is. Anticipates a third base. Is pretty surprised. He's gonna see the Overseer morphing in too.
Oh, that's a dead
Still gonna
queen.
try.
That's a dead queen. I don't think he can. Yeah, no, he's not gonna be able to defend that queen. But as you mentioned, the Overseer is here. But That's the tell of a really great player. Zest actually comes in, actually drops those DTs, like, I can get a little bit more damage done before I
realized it.
He realizes, like, oh my god, if I get baited like 4 or 5 times on those pylons, I'm actually going to be in a lot of trouble. Those DTs are still DTs, they're not Archon. And an attack from Tak actually going through those force fields, and he needs to go back. What's going on here? Can Tak do it for a second time against Zest? That would be so crazy. Those 2 pylons, they finished up, but now this third base is a little bit in trouble because there's nothing to defend there, and those pylons are going to get taken out before the photon overcharge.
This is actually very dangerous. The DTs come in. Okay, they're going to turn to Archons. I was a little bit curious about that. But there's not a really big Protoss army, and the force fields were already used, so he's going to go ahead and collapse on that Immortal. The Archon was not picked up in the War Prism.
Okay, did he save the Immortal? He did, but there's so many more roaches coming in.
Oh my god.
Is Tak doing
I think
it?
Zest made the mistake of trying to save his third base.
Oh my god, 66 army supply against 23. The Protoss player is actually losing a lot of stuff. The double photon overcharge. Tak, the hero, can he make it? Some more bars are going to connect with that pilot, but not going to take it out. Okay, Zest held on his natural, but will he be able to save his third base? Such a close game.
He needs to get that blink back up. That would be so helpful, but at least he still has the robo production up, but he's actually building from it right now.
He's going to lose the third base.
He is going to lose the third base. I think that it might... It's like hard to say now. Like if he lost it without giving away his army, then maybe that's okay. But he already tried defending it once and lost a good chunk of really important units, all those sentries. So I don't know now.
I'm speechless. Like, what the hell is going on?
I think he might just...
What the hell is going on? Can
pushing
he finish the game right now?
Up against a Protoss on 2 bases has proven to be impossible for the last 7 years. Yes. So I don't know if he can actually bust him right here, right now, but he might be able to significant lead off of this. Now recall, Tak was not on a third base his entire time, which is why the third base of Zest was always a little bit questionable if he needed it or not. But it's such a weird game, and it's so close.
Once again, Zest made a bit difference with the game against Beyond earlier, is that he has no opportunity to finish the game at the moment.
Right. Yeah. If he was able to stop production entirely and actually get in that natural base, this game is probably over. Just not enough Blink Stalkers, enough either hold back Tak's army or straight up just do damage, which would be great for Zest.
So even this Zealot harassment actually paying off a little bit, getting a couple of drones.
Harassment anymore. The one problem would be that if Zest did push in, if he could push in, they weren't exactly at a high count. But I think with Zest pulling back, realizing he actually can't push into it, I think the Muta count is just going to grow way too much. He does have Blink, and that's good, but there's still no upgrades on the Stalkers, so they're not actually that great. And of course, there's no... I don't think there's a way to get to Stargate, as third base is only just finishing. He's not the transfer his probes in the main there.
He needs to defend the second base. He needs to defend the third. He is actually going to go for it. Okay, is he going to go in the middle? Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do. He's actually going to go for the fight.
Wow.
New force field. The bar is going to rain down on those sentries, whiffing a little bit. Those mutants, they don't want to fight against Archons.
Oh, that is actually super close right there. They almost took a lot of shots that they really should not have, but the Archon goes down. Just Stalkers left over for those Mutas.
No Archons left, and a lot of photon overcharge getting used, but the bile actually connected on those Immortals and those Sulkers. Okay, Zest, you don't want to move out. You don't want to take a fight outside of this range of pylons.
Whoa, the Immortals are being left alone. The Mutas...
Mutas?
Why?
He has a vision of it?
Yeah, he sees them. So I think the photon overcharge is still a little bit scary, but he is going to be able... Like, and they're so low, too. Like, all their barriers are popped now. I don't know if he's enough in the ground, though. Like, his Muta count has stayed kind of strong, and he's been investing into them, but the ground army really just went away after that fight. So I think Tak is going to be a little bit wiser here and just pull back for now. But his Mutas could, of course, as his that could be the next drone round, especially if he feels very confident. Now, I think the worry for Tak is that Zest will eventually get maxed out, especially if he's unable to do more damage, which Zest is defending very well. And that maxed out army might still be trouble for his still basic army, Ling Ravager, even though they're well upgraded. That's actually the real trick here. Usually we're so seeing Blink Stalkers +2, still nothing.
Oh, he's totally out of position, and the army is not entirely there. Okay, he's got a Mothership Core 2, so there's going to be at least one photon overcharge, but no Archons. This is a huge attack from Tak. He's going to connect with all the probes, getting 12 out of it, and he can save all the Mutalisks. Tak is doing it. Can he get the 2 Archons? He's actually going to go for it. Is he going to take the fight? I think he needs to go back with the Mutalisks. But Tak,
I don't know.
What the hell is going on? Tak for the second win. Oh my god.
Mutas have +1. The Stalkers still have nothing. +1 is so close to finishing for them, but 32 more Lings are on the way. He's going to get on top of production soon. I think that actually might be it. Look at the supplies again. Holy shit. Who is this guy? Where did he come from?
Amazing in team leagues. He was also really great at the Acer Team Story Cup when he was in Acer. So he's a guy that you can, that you can trust to climb back those situations. And even in NationWars
One build, I mean, he might know how to defend against Mutas and Patak's build with Cyclone Hellion. Like, he might face on a ladder all the time and have practice against it. We don't know. But the 2-1-1 build is this. It's almost like the perfect build. It's 3CC was really popular with Liberty. I guess it was kind of popular in Heart of Swarm too. But for Legacy of the Void, it's the 2-1-1 as your base build against Zerg because it's good defensively.
To be a little bit too much against 2-1-1s, if you have to produce a lot of Zerglings to defend and you are not building any drones, you will fall down in terms of macro potential after that. Like, a simple order. Okay, you've got a third base. My double drop is actually going to come out and I'm going to pressure that base. But now you don't have a third base. What is going on? Like, he plays so safe and he actually plays his own style. That overload placement, even the Spore. What's going on? Like, he anticipates, okay, I don't have a third base. You're going to drop in my main, but I've got a Spore, mate. Oh my God, innovation!
Nice.
Like, what the hell is going on? Like, are we actually gonna get ult killed by Patak? Is this something that's gonna happen? Oh my God, innovation!
That would have been terrible. That would have been terrible.
Oh my God, GG. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, 3-1.
Okay, so this is the point though that is so easy for the Roaches to defend is when everything's just bulked up. I think he's gonna need, well, maybe to pull the SCVs. Actually hard to say, but Patak's feeling a little bit confident to at least push out against this.
All right, innovation actually takes a good decision. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go down and take the fight. And right now, he's actually doing super well.
Yeah.
Like, all the army wasn't all in the same place, so he actually abused that situation just a tiny bit. Got 5 roaches, 2 ravagers. When we look at the units lost on top of that, like no infestors, no hive coming in, just a lot of roaches and ravagers. And that fight is gonna be pivotal. A lot of bile. He's gonna be able to dodge all of them. And the first round of shot. Oh my God! A lot of Marines getting blown up right there.
Yeah, those Curse of Biles weren't so bad. I was just like, well, there's tanks, so I don't think the Roach Army can work. But actually, it being 90% Ravagers kind of working out here. He forces innovation back. Usually, they want a higher supply than just 20 above, but this might start working here. And the tanks are all clumped up.
All right, gonna get all
the medivacs.
Medivacs, like 2 tanks and 3 medivacs. Patak still getting the right approach, the right attack, the right pattern. 8 corrosive biles connect and you don't have any Marines on the ground, then suddenly you can still lose the game. Like, he's not out of it, but the longer this game goes without any technology being added in, Patak is doing worse, obviously. He's going to be able to defend that drop with a cool Spore positioning and a couple of roaches and dropping down an infestation pit. And in my opinion, in this game, he doesn't need to go perfectly placed. Maybe he can just, snowball and win the game. That's what he's gearing for, I guess.
Oh, his own Overlords looking sucks. So the 4th base isn't super well defended, but it's only 1 drop. So not able to do anything there. But I agree, the Hive isn't in a, fungal. He's only able to get when he feels comfortable doing so. He has a really good bank, but he's anticipating having to use that as the attack comes. Only when he pushes innovation all the way back again could he probably reach for that Hive.
All right, gonna get a couple of tanks, maybe some Marines. The Bile is gonna connect again. What's going on? Patak, not even 2-2 in this fight. He's actually gonna crush innovation. What is going on? Patak taking a huge supply lead. No, actually not that much. Like, it looks great in this screen, but if you look at the numbers in the bottom, innovation is still in this game. 80 supply against 74. But Patak, once again, taking great fight, but losing 19 drones in the back actually hurts a lot.
Yeah, the main and the 3rd base was dropped. This is something that he could easily replace, but I actually wonder about his larva right now. He's on 4 bases. I don't see a macro hatchery. He has no larva. I think the queens have also been sniped, and we weren't quite mentioning that because you just figure it's Zerg, right? They have 10 queens.
Yeah.
Patak never went up that high being on 2 bases for so long, so he has no extra ones for further creep spread or to replace the ones they're supposed to be injecting, and that is a huge problem. He had a bank specifically to overwhelm and then reinforce and carry his momentum, and now he just has no momentum anymore. Innovation just pulled back slightly to his 4th.
He's also making a lot of mistakes in terms of defending those drops, just going with the entirety of his army, actually going to take out that medivac with a Spore, but that fight that innovation probably don't have a bank because we're gonna trade armies. So you'll be forced to produce more units, but you're gonna have to do that so with 49 drones, which is really bad. And at the moment we see the income advantage.
Yeah, takes the gold base with his main, and he's gonna have such a good income. And his army is just going to be straight up better. We still don't have infestors, despite having the infestation pit. He went for Hive and 3-3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I understand what he's going for with the 3-3. It's also also pretty good. Like I would have hated like seeing him going for like a Greater Spire or even an Ultra Ace Cavern because he doesn't have any upgrades for him. But going for a 3-3, I guess I understand, but I would have liked Infestus better. But we mentioned it. This game is going long, and now we're talking about a 3-3 Terran army with +3 on the tanks. So those interactions between the armies that we've seen
engagement.
before.
The only thing I'm worried about is Innovation taking those corrosive bio shots again.
Yeah, and actually right now he's actually outplaying him a little bit because he's gonna lose the drops for sure in the bottom side. But what can you do against that number of tanks? Lots of medivacs in the air. 3-3 bio actually lost the Roach Warren, so not even able to produce more units on this one. The Evo Chambers are vulnerable right there, but I think that's Tax Live that's vulnerable right there because the tanks are in such a great position. He's gonna try to make it happen with a lot of Ravagers, but he's losing units left and right, bleeding units, and as you mentioned, not that many larvas remaining. Has to go for the Roach Warren again, producing a little bit of Ultra Disc at the same time, but I think this game is over.
Yeah, I think so. He would have needed a surround right there, like in a full surround too. The Ultras are probably one of the worst things he could get, unless he could have killed the tanks, which in this position wasn't going to happen. The Ultras aren't going to be good either. They wouldn't be good against mass bio in these numbers. They will definitely not be good against those tanks in that choke. They're going to come out and probably just get immediately sniped, even if they had all their upgrades. I think that's going to be it for our hero for now.
For now. But the revive is not that far away because probably that's going to be him. Like, that would be so crazy if they actually decide to revive somebody. But we're actually getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because there's still a third player remaining for Croatia. So I don't know. This clan war is not over yet by any means. It's taking a long time to finish this game because Innovation is taking its sweet time. But that's definitely over here with 130 supply. Some Liberators getting set up, a huge Marauder proportion in this army to fight off against those lot of roaches, but also super great against Ultra Disc. So.
Yeah. That's what Patak was waiting for, was all of the upgrades to finish. He won't even have the chitinous plating as he's forced to push in here. And that should be it. The tank's just going to obliterate the Ultras and the Roaches soon after.
Nothing's dying. Innovation is going to take game 4 here and settle score a little bit for South Korea, but we didn't anticipate that game, not at all. GG, man, says Tak, but GG you, Tak, because right there, did an amazing game once. All right, so I've just received informations that I'm really, really sad to be telling you, but apparently Uruguay is not available at all.
Oh, okay.
Which is like terrible because the rule states that you have to have 3 players, which would mean that we have to forfeit Croatia.
Oh no.
And I'm just like literally
so much hype.
Like so disappointed in this, and I'm really, really sorry to be giving you this news, but yeah, Uruguay apparently just went to like I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he's not available. And since Croatia doesn't have a sub player, we're actually 100% sure that we have to forfeit Croatia, which is like the worst thing that could ever happen, and I'm really sorry about that. Once again, we had like an amazing Korea versus Croatia match that appeared out of nowhere, but the rules are the rules, and with no sub player being available, well, I guess bye-bye Croatia. Like, I'm just sorry about that, but
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next videos.